Welcome to Rental Contracts 102, in which we'll discuss the rental process and walk through creating a reservation contract. If you didn't happen to watch the 101 intro video, check it out. Go ahead and learn about optimization, utilization, a couple of the bare necessities, so to speak, of rental. Go ahead and take a quick glance at our reference sheet located on VetNet as well.
So today we're going to create a reservation. This should be used when a customer needs equipment, but either isn't ready for it immediately or the unit isn't available yet. It's more or less a scheduling tool. Let's navigate to the rental counter screen via product support and rental counter. Next, we want to hit the link at the bottom, need to create a new reservation/request. In this case, we're always going to select reservation. Go ahead, after you select reservation, go ahead and enter your customer number.
There we are. So we went ahead and filled in all of our customer information. Some things to make sure that we have in here is our customer number. If we have a contact within this specific one, we can add it in here, or we can select one of the many that should be in there. That's the person that we're talking to within that company. Your salesperson number should automatically generate, as well as a taken by will likely be required. I'm just going to go ahead and put myself in there. If you don't know another person's sales number, another person needs to be added in, you can go ahead and hit that search button and scroll through that list. If you need a PO number, you can go ahead and stick that in there as well. Very important. Something to go ahead and pay attention to will also be our tax 3. That's the default. Usually defaults to our whatever branch we're doing this out of. And as I am in branch 1 right now, it is defaulting to branch 1. And it's simple. You just go ahead and search that. And it is searchable by your area code, or your zip code. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. By the zip code as well. Right. One more thing that I want to go ahead and pull attention to is your charge method. Charge method is the default for the customer. It is searchable. Again, we talked about those before. 2 is cash, 1 is a on account, G is your rental on account, and C is credit card. So just go ahead and make sure that you have the correct one selected. G is generally going to be our preferred one, but since, of course, this is my profile, I do not have a G, so I will just use 2 for cash. Right. Another one is your ship to and ship via. So your ship to will show where this machine is actually going, useful for taxes and the like. Let's see, our last thing on here is going to probably be our insurance certificate right down here. Insurance certificate is we check that, we tell when that insurance certificate expires, and that helps the admins go ahead and make sure that we have everything in order. Go ahead and attach it to this or send it with this to the admin whenever you send it up. If you don't have any proof of insurance at the time of reservation, leave the box unchecked and the expiration field blank. That's going to show a loss damage waiver fee on the quote or contract. If you do not wish to show this fee, or if it's unavailable for the equipment, check the box and enter expiration date of 12/31/2070. What that'll do is it'll go ahead and prevent the fee, but it will alert the admin or your rental manager that proof of insurance has not been obtained yet. So our next tab over is availability. So what availability tab lets us do is it lets us find a unit to reserve using search parameters like group codes and anything else to narrow our actual results. So there's a couple different views on this one. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to put in a group code. I know that one off the there we are. I know that one off the top of my head. And I want to actually clear out one because I want to look at all locations, see what we have in that category over here. A couple different views. You have your detail view, which is going to show details, and you have your summary view, which is just going to show an overview of it. Okay, detail view is actually, I prefer detail view. Detail view is what it defaults to. This shows us the time that this one's available versus when it's reserved, shows what kind of contract it is, everything else like that. All right, so for this example, I'm actually going to be using a specific stock number. There we are. So in order to select one, you simply check that box right there and you hit your select button. Now at this point, I don't know if this stock number has attachments on it or yet. Well, I do. I know it has attachments on it, but you wouldn't know from this screen right here. If you wanted to check from this screen right here, just click on that stock number, click on that stock number again, and right here, you should see attachments, and it'll show what kind of attachments are on it. Okay. Another thing the CDK does, when I hit select, it brings me right over to the details tab. See, reservation. Make sure you have your date out selected. So let's say I know this one's going out tomorrow, and he thinks it's going to be back in the week after that. Cool, awesome. All right, so our stock number will be right there. The description, that's what this unit is. Quantity, that is how many of these durations you want. So right now I'm having it bill for 1 month. For any, if you look at this and see the 30th through the 12th, that's not a month. Go ahead and watch the Rental 101 video that we have out there, and that one should go ahead and help explain our quantities and durations, as well as optimization and how the billing actually works. Your rate is overridable. Please keep in mind, if you override just your 1 month rate, for optimization reasons, please override your day and week as well. Make sure that they're all working in sync with each other. All right. So right now, see, we do have attachments on this, but we don't have them billed out or to bill out on this reservation. Simply going to go ahead and hit my save button. It's going to tell me, hey, we have attachments. Awesome. I'm going to select these attachments. Pulls up a handy little screen for us. Of course, these are the hour screens, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit save here. It's letting me know it's on another rental contract. That's fine. This one's just an example, so I'm going to overbook it. Here we are. It shows us our 3 attachments. I have all 3 of these automatically checked, and I'm going to hit select. Notice it has added 3 more lines, rental contract detail lines to this reservation. You can do this manually, but this is a lot easier, I feel, if you just do it all in one. Now, one more thing that you will have to add manually is a wear charge. If you need to add one, right down here at the bottom, click here to add rental contract detail. Click that one time. Notice now we have not updated the hours for these other machines if they require hours. If you know how many hours are on them, go ahead and do that. There we go. Again, it's letting us know. Second line. Third line, here's our hours. And it's going to tell us that this one's already on a contract. We're going to have to overbook it. Oop, this one needs a rate. All right, perfect. Again, click here to add rental contract detail. All right, so my stock number, or actually my non-serialized item for this is legitimately just where. I'm going to do 1. My description, I believe that will fill in. Quantity, 1. There it is, month. Rate of whatever your rental wear charge is supposed to be. I hit my save, and there we are. Awesome. Notice how we have 4 detailed lines and then 1 wear charge. That's exactly what we need. So if you know that there's supposed to be, let's say, delivery or pickup fees or any other random additional charges, the miscellaneous charges tab is the spot to go ahead and add these in here. Use your magnifying glass right here. Go ahead and select whichever ones you need. For example, hey, I'm going to deliver this. And keep in mind it always defaults to a -1 quantity. That's just so we can credit them back if we need to. My rental delivery, I'm going to charge this guy $160 to go ahead and pick it up. My next one over is I'm probably going to go ahead and, let's see, there we go. The other half of that. Excellent. Go ahead and hit save right there. So if anything's not in the miscellaneous charges and you feel it should be, or if you don't see what you need in that list, go ahead and put it in the comments tab right over here. Speaking of which, that's a great segue to bring you over to the comments tab. So right here on this contract, there are two boxes. One that prints on an invoice, which is this top one. It even says print on contract/invoice. That's a big clue right there of what that one does. The other one is the internal comments. Internal comments are internal. They do not print out on contracts, reservation, or invoices. So you may think, what should we put in the print on contract or invoice? Well, this is a good spot to communicate things to your customer. For example, let's say we have an RPO terms on here. So let's say we put RPO terms. Let's say 3 months at 190, 80%. There we go. And another thing that we can actually add on here that actually exist already, little pre-canned things. Let's see, is a thank you note. Thank you for your business. It's greatly appreciated. Wonderful. Now your customer feels appreciated. Another thing that we can put in here is the internal comments. One such note might be, please call Angela at Progressive Insurance 972-555-5555. Okay, that's probably not insurance, the insurance's number, but that's fine for this example. All right. Anything else that needed to be added? Please add for $100. Okay, maybe that one was the one that wasn't included in the miscellaneous charges, but we still need to charge this out. In that case, go ahead and make a note right down there so your admin or manager knows that that needs to happen. Right. So our final, one of our final steps over here is to go ahead and save it, print the quote, and exit. We notice we do not have a save, or we do have a save, we don't have a print down there, but we don't have a print down here either. In order to go ahead and print this out, simply hit your done button. All right, what that done button does is it pops up and asks us, do you want to print a rental contract? Notice if there is a close, if you hit the close, it does not ask you to print the rental contract, so always go ahead and do that, and we're going to hit submit. All right, notice that can go ahead and serve as a quote. It'll also print out according to your default print parameters, which are located, again, this is just your rental contract screen down there in the bottom right. This will say what you want to print and what you don't want to print and where you want them to print out at. All right. So just a reminder, if your customer reserves a unit and then the customer cancels, please, please, please make sure you delete the reservation. This way the system actually stays accurate. And it's super easy to go ahead and delete these. Just come into this main part right here and hit delete. Do you want to delete? Yes. Okay, you can delete them line by line if you need to. And there is, oops, one more option, which is right here. This will just wipe the whole entire thing all at once. Okay, that is very important. It keeps the system clean. It also prevents, you know how it pops up with the overbook? That'll prevent that from coming up as a false alarm, so to speak. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this training video on reserving rental units. Please watch any of the other videos in the series for added knowledge.